In the previous class we had seen complement of a set. Now we continue further. Before going further, I just want you to see and understand how do we represent complement of a set by using Venn diagram. So this rectangle box is representing my universal set. Okay, then I have a set A. Okay, now if I have to show a complement, where are the elements present? It is present in U but not in A. So here is where I have a complement. So if you're asked any time to represent a complement in the Venn diagram, you should know how to show it. So this is your set A. So to reduce the confusion of writing the names, we can put the A inside, and here you have the remaining as the A complement. Okay. As said previously, we go to the further part of the chapter, that is operations on sets. After we do operation on sets, we come back to the exercises one after the other. Yes, this word operations, you know there are many different types of operations among numbers which you have already studied, like multiplication, yes, division, addition, subtraction, the four operations on numbers. Same way when we talk about sets, there are two operations. One is union, the second one is intersection. So we study both one after the other with all the properties. To start with, in your textbook initially they have spoken about intersection. Intersection. I hope you remember, you have studied intersection, this word, in geometry many a times. When two lines intersect, their intersection is a common point. So this word intersection is not new to you, but here you see intersection of two sets, three sets. You just see what is intersection of sets. Okay. Now for this we just take back some example which is easier for us to work on faster. So I just take a set A. Then I have a set B. Okay. Now in this set B, I pick out some elements which are going to help me. Is that clear? So now, what is A intersection B? Yes, can you see? I have written one reversed U. Correct. A reversed U. That is the symbol of intersection. Okay. So what is A intersection B? It is all the elements which are there in A as well as in B. So all the elements which are in A and B. So which are the elements you find which are there in A as well as B? Yes. I hope you can make out. 2 is there in A as well as in B. 4 is also there in A as well as in B. I make little changes here. Right? Now, what have you found? A intersection B is common elements in both. Now, my question to you is this comparatively a smaller set than A and B? Yes? Agreed or not? Yes. A intersection B is always, keep this in mind girls, always a subset of A as well as A intersection B will be a subset of B. Very important thing to keep in mind, that the intersection is always a smaller set when you compare it with A or B. It's always a subset, or might be it is equal. Okay, chances are that it is equal, but otherwise it is always a subset. Okay, now coming to the properties one after the other. Here, if I have A intersection B, that is equal to B intersection A. If I find A intersection B or I find B intersection A, it is one and the same. That is the first property what we have. And second property is, see, these are some property what we have taken out from here, concluded, okay. If A is a subset of B, if A is a subset of B, but here it is not happening, so, but if A is a subset of B, which is the smallest set among two? Very correct, A is the smallest set. So what is A intersection B? A intersection B is nothing but the set A, always the smaller set. Same way, if B is a subset of A, then what would be A intersection B? Yes, it will be the set B. Keeping this in mind, we go further to see. Otherwise also, if A intersection B is A, then A is a subset of B. If A intersection B is B, then B is a subset of A. Both the ways it is same. And going further, this is also one of the property. This is also one of the property what we have. Okay, and this is also one of the property what we have. Further, A intersection A is equal to A. A intersection A equals to A. As A intersection A, because when I intersect A with the same set, you will always find the intersection is the same. Same way, A intersection empty. What do you think it would be? Again, keep in mind, girls, whenever it is intersection, it is always the smaller set. So compare to A and empty, which is smaller? Yes, empty is smaller because there is nothing. So whenever it is intersection, the answer will be always the smaller set. Is that very clear? So A intersection A is empty. A intersection A is A itself. So make note of all this. This is there in your properties on page number 12. Okay. So after this properties of intersection, now we go to a different concept which is also related to intersection, that is disjoint set. Yes, girl, disjoint. The word is not new, distinct. Disjoint means what? Something which is very different. So when A intersection B is empty, that means when there is no elements common in any of the two sets, then we say both the sets are distinct and they are called as the disjoint sets. Is that very clear? Now we go further to see the next operation. Yeah, what is the next operation we had? Correct? After intersection we have is union of two sets. So intersection is common and union is nothing but combination. Now suppose I have a set A. Same, I'll just take a very simple example. Yeah, please understand, in the previous one it was, which was in A and B. Here in union. Now how do we write union? The same. In intersection it was reversed U. Here it is proper U. Okay. So in union what do you have? In union you have is all the elements which is in A as well as in B. So what do you think the elements would be? So let us see. All the elements in A and all the elements in B. No repetition. Keep in mind, no repetition. So do you find these elements are there in union? These elements are there in union. So from this, what do we conclude? We can say A is a subset of A union B. Agreed? Same way, B is a subset of A union B. Correct? Now, after this, what about the rest of the properties what we had seen? What do you think if A is a subset of B? Then what would be A union B? Among this, which is the bigger set and which is the smaller set? Smaller set is A, bigger set is B. So in intersection we saw it was the smallest set. So in union we have the bigger one. Is that very clear? B is a subset of A. So what would be A union B? Yes, very good. A. Is this very clear? All these properties are there for you in the textbook, page number 14. Same way as we had seen the commutative here also, we have A union B is equal to B union A, the properties one after the other. And I have just written all these properties already. Yeah, might be the order is not same. A is a subset of A union B, B is a subset of A union B. Then what we are left is, what is A union A? What is A union A? Nothing but similarly A itself. What is A union empty? It is again A, the bigger set. Further, yeah, we had already seen one more property, that is what is A union A complement? Yes, it is the universal set. So these are the few operations what you have to know and their properties. Once you are thorough with them, it will be easier for you to solve the sums from the exercise. So what you have to do is, you have to keep in mind the properties as and when you use it, might be you learn it, girls. Don't worry, there are many properties, but when in need, you can use them in the sums. Okay, now we go further. There is one more small theory part which is left in the chapter to be seen, that is the formula. There is something called as number of elements. Yeah, after studying all these things, now this will be a very simple thing for you. If I have A as 1, 2, 3 and B as 2, 4. In the set A, how many elements are there? Yes, we write it as n of A. How many elements? 3. Very good. What about in B? How many elements are there in B? Yes. Number of elements in B is 2. Okay. Now let us find what is A union B. Yes, I hope you are helping me, girls. What is A intersection B? Can you see that? What is number of elements in A union B? Yes. What is the number of elements in A intersection B? Got it? So therefore, there is a formula which says number of elements in A union B is equal to number of A plus number of B minus n of A intersection B. Now let us check whether it is following through with this example. What is number of A union B? I'm so sorry. What is A intersection B only? 1n. Okay. Yes. So what is here in A union B? 4. Is it equal to what we have here? 3 plus 2 minus 1. Do we get 4 is equal to 4? Yes. So this is what is the formula you have to remember. With this we finish all the theory part of this chapter, whatever we have to learn.